Now I'm going to be using rock salt for this tutorial. So any rock salt will do. And I've just put some here in a little container, a little pot. And I've picked some of the smaller grains of rock salt for this. And now I'm just going to add some ink. Okay, this is French mustard. I'm just going to pop a little drop with a pipette into the salt. Okay, pop the lid on. Give it a good shake. And there we go, we've dyed the salt. So we don't want to put the lid back on this. We want to leave this to dry. I'd say with the salt, leave it overnight. You could force dry it with a heat tool, I guess. So this is dried. Okay, and we're going to use this in this tutorial for the age paper. Just pop it on the paper. It'll become more clear as we continue with the tutorial. Okay, so if I just hold the tag up, you'll see these age spots, kind of like rust spots. This is the result you'll get by using this salt. And I'll show you now how I do it. I've just got a standard tag here, and I'm going to fold and scrumple the tag. Okay, so that's enough. So now I'm just going to iron the tag nice and flat. Make sure you do this on a heat-proof surface. Perfect. Now in this little pot, I've mixed linen Ink-ology ink along with a little tiny bit of Skinner's Gold. The linen colour is great for mixing these muted colours. Spray the tag with some water. And now just paint the surface of the tag with this mix. Okay, make sure you get all the way to the edges. Okay, and then just leave this to dry. Okay, this is now dry and we've got a nice age paper colour to it, and the ink's kind of highlighted those creases where we scrumpled the tag. So next we're going to be using our dyed salt. Now this is fully dried, and I'm just going to place the salt on the surface of the tag. Just in random areas. I'm probably going to put more than I normally would for this tag, just so you can see the effect that it gives. So as I say, that's more than I probably would put on, but just so you can see more clearly how this works. So now with a fine mister, I'm just going to gently, just very lightly spritz over the top of that salt. Okay, and then leave this to dry. Don't heat dry it, just completely leave it. So I'm just going to remove the salt now. I'm going to pop the salt back into my hand. And I can place this salt back into the pot, and you can use that again. And there you go. You can see the water is reacted with the salt, and the salt is kind of let the ink spread out slightly. Like I say, there's more on here than I normally do, but I just wanted to show you clearly the effect. So now I'm going to spritz with water, and plenty of water on this. And now with the Ink-ology mushroom colour, first of all, I'm just going to spatter. I've got a liner brush here. You need to be brave with this. The mushroom colour is quite a soft colour when it dries. Okay, so just going to use the mister and just move that mushroom and dilute it. A little bit on the bottom of the tag now. And spritz again. Okay, I'm going to add some on the edges and on the corner here. And you can use the brush to kind of blend that mushroom in. When it dries, it's not going to be so stark as you see it on the wet tag here now. There you go. Okay. It's now dry, and you can see that mushroom is really kind of blended in. And I'm just going to distress these creases. Okay, so I'm keeping the blending tool parallel to the surface. I'm just picking up the height, the tops, call it the peaks of the mountains of the surface, and just edge it as well. Now I'm using, I think, coffee for this, although my pad has some black in it, so it's a bit darker than it should be, but you'll get the idea. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's done. So I'm going to show you a couple that I've stamped afterwards with the rice bike stamp. Okay, this is without the rock salt. This is with the rock salt, and you can see the spots on that one. Both look quite cool. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this quick little tutorial. Not too much bleeding through the backs. There we go.